Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. Glad you all could join us as well. Well, this is an important topic that we're putting under our News You Can Use segment today, and that is all about being prepared when it comes to our neighborhoods and what impacts all of us. As we've seen around the country, especially, of course, in our area here in the South, I mean, of course, when it comes to storms and other things that may cause us to be prepared, we definitely want to make sure that we have a plan and also that we're working together with our neighbors. So research shows that well-connected neighbors are more resilient in disaster situations. September is National Preparedness Month, and the perfect time to connect with our neighbors and prepare for emergencies that may hit our community. We're excited to welcome back Caty Kobe to our broadcast today. Caty is Nextdoor's head of community. She's going to share with you guys some great tips and also where you can go for more information as well. Caty, great to be able to speak with you again. Thanks for the time.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, Caty, this is an important topic, as I mentioned, here in the South this time of year. Of course, storms are big for us, so, of course, being able to be prepared for all of that is important. But what are some of the long and short-term benefits, Caty, of fostering a prepared and connected neighborhood?
Absolutely. Well, long term, there is research out there that shows that when neighborhoods are more connected, they actually become more resilient and are able to recover from severe weather events much more quickly. So it is in everyone's long-term best interest to build a more connected and resilient community to help us recover. We've seen that the frequency, the severity, the overall just number of extreme weather events has been on the rise. In fact, in the last 10 years, nearly 90% of all U.S. counties have had to declare some sort of natural disaster or state of emergency. So we know weather events are going to happen. We might not know exactly when or where they're going to happen, but focusing on preparedness will help make sure that we're all prepared to get through those disasters and recover as quickly as we can in the long term.
Such a great point, Caty, and that's why we're glad to have you here talking about what Nextdoor is doing. Can you tell us more about what Nextdoor is doing when it comes to features and tools that can help our neighbors to stay connected, especially during a weather event?
Absolutely. So we're constantly adding new features to help folks stay connected with each other all throughout the year. I think it's also important to know that there's over 5,000 public agencies on Nextdoor. These are going to be folks like your local fire department, your local utility commission, and when you sign up for Nextdoor, you will instantly be connected to those groups. So you will see the messages that they post in the event there is a severe weather-related disaster that you need to be aware of. So, for instance, I actually live in an area that's got a lot of wildfire risk, and my local electricity commission is constantly posting tips and advice into my Nextdoor feed so that I can minimize my own wildfire risk. And then also, September is National Preparedness Month, and this year we launched a crisis hub that is full of important tools and tips and information to help all of our neighbors out there create a plan of action in the event that they need to organize to recover from a disaster.
Such great points, and you mentioned, of course, the wildfires. We've been seeing that, of course, on the news. As I mentioned here in our area, hurricanes and tornadoes are big, so definitely it's great to be able to know that there's a way that we can stay connected with everything that's going on. So all of us, I think, probably at this point have heard about Nextdoor, Caty. How can neighbors leverage the platform to encourage more community preparedness and resilience?
Absolutely. So I always like to say everything on Nextdoor starts with a post, and neighbors are always ready and available to help. So if you hit that green plus button and you ask a question or you ask for help in your feed, you are really likely to get a response from someone who is nearby to you who is able to help you out. And I'll give you an example of this just recently. So, we saw about 10 days ago Hurricane Idalia come through Florida. There was a couple who had just moved to the Inverness area, which was an area that was forecasted to be hit by the storm. And they are, working on preparing for their first time experiencing a hurricane in the Gulf. And they realized that their new generator wasn't starting. So they went on to Nextdoor, they posted in their feed, and they said, hey, we're new here. Our generator isn't starting. is there anyone who can help us? We're not sure what to do. We've never gone through a hurricane. And they were actually able to get connected to a couple of different people, local handy people who were able to come over, get that generator going for them so that ultimately when the storm did hit, they felt safe and well prepared to handle whatever the aftermath was.
Well, that is a great example, and it really does show the power of the platform. We both mentioned, Caty, that this is National Preparedness Month. Do you have any suggestions for our audience on how they can participate in that this month?
Absolutely. There's a bunch of different ways I think that you can participate. One is, again, simply posting, asking for neighbors to understand, like, who is interested in potentially developing a neighborhood preparedness plan, depending on your particular area. Like you said, if tornadoes and hurricanes are common, you may want to proactively plan with folks in your area. How you may approach evacuations or debris removal, things like that. You can also use different features on Nextdoor. We have a really great marketplace for sale and free section that will allow you to potentially find equipment that you might need, or help you, find other resources that you may need to build out your preparedness and your disaster safety kits. So a lot of different ways you can use Nextdoor. Again, it all starts with a post, and it also helps if people are all on the platform. So if you know of anybody locally who is not yet on Nextdoor, I would encourage them to join. You can send them the link, nextdoor.com, and it's an easy way and a free way for folks to sign up and stay connected.
All right, nextdoor.com. We'll make sure that we link that up for our audience. Again, everyone, Caty Kobe has been our guest today. Glad to have her back with us. As I mentioned, she's Nextdoor's head of community, helping you guys understand the importance of preparedness, especially during National Preparedness Month. Caty, thank you again for the time and the great work you guys are doing, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Great. Thank you.
And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Then let's go make today amazing. Take care.